I've always been troubled about these tariffs because, even the very first 25% rate that was given to India was a problem. Countries like Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, even Pakistan and Bangladesh, they all tariffed between 15 and 19. So the 25 was already a problem. No Indian company would be viable in exporting to America at 75%. I've always been troubled about these tariffs because, even the very first 25% rate that was given to India was a problem because all the other economies are rivals in Southeast Asia who are competing with us in terms of labor-intensive industries that we produce, that we export to America, like gems, jewelry, marine products, shrimp, leather, all these kinds of goods. Countries like Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, even Pakistan and Bangladesh, they all tariffed between 15 and 19. So the 25 was already a problem. Now you've got 25% more for Russian sanctions, which takes us up to 50. And if there are 25% more in Iranian sanctions, that takes us up to 75. Now let's face it, no Indian company would be viable in exporting to America at 75%. It'll only be those items that are not so far sanctioned, like pharmaceuticals and so on, which we can continue selling. These other items will simply not be viable. Let's be very honest about this. So it is, to me, troubling. I don't know what the government is saying, and you should certainly listen to what they have to say. But from my point of view, this is very, very serious stuff, and I certainly hope that the new US ambassador will work very hard on his government as well as on our government to try and bring a meeting of the minds very quickly on the trade deal. It should be in the first quarter of 2026. We can't wait for the whole year to go by for a trade deal. I think it really should happen sooner. I think the Pax Silica announcement was welcome. I do believe that the Quad Summit announcement should not be delayed. And Mr. Gore is talking about hopefully another year or two. That's too late. I mean, our turn was actually in November of last year. So we should be able to exercise our turn sooner than that. And I'm hoping that that will happen. And then the third issue is, of course, the trade. And certainly at 75%, really, there's no deal possible. If we can come down to something closer to the 15% that the British have, the UK has, with America, somewhere in that ballpark, then we are in business. That's the kind of respect you show to a strategic partner. But at sort of 75 sort of thing, then the strategic partnership ceases to have any meaning.